Hi, and welcome to the Building Blocks of Jazz. My name is Phil Dunlap, and on today's session, we're going to talk about the rhythm section. We're going to talk about each instrument that makes up a rhythm section, and we're going to talk about how sound is produced on each of these instruments. And to help me demonstrate this, I brought a couple of friends. We have Mr. Jamal Nichols on the bass and Mr. Marty Morrison on the drums. So our first instrument in a classic rhythm section is the piano. Piano has 88 keys and is actually a percussion instrument. People think because it has strings, it's a string instrument. But when I push a note down, there's a hammer on the inside that actually raises up, hits a string, and the string vibrates. The instrument has very high register and a very low register, and a great middle register. Put it all together, and you have a classic piano. So Jamal, you have the bass. This is a member of the string family. It's kind of like a violin, except much bigger. And for the general rule with the instruments, as they get bigger, the sound and the range, it gets wider, so they can actually go really low. You want to play us a really low note? And they can actually go pretty high, so play us a high note. And the bass can be played two different ways, with the finger, which we call pizzicato, which you just saw, and also with the bow, and we call that arco. So that's probably in a symphony orchestra how you're going to see it played. Pretty cool, huh? So Jamal, maybe you could just give us a little sampling of some of the things you can do on the bass, the range of the instrument, and how it sounds. So Marty here is on the drums. The drums are part of the percussion family like the piano, but the difference is the piano can play melodies. The drums cannot play melodies, but the drums can still account for the low and the high end of the sound spectrum. The drums are played with sticks. Marty wants to show them the sticks. And you can actually play them with brushes too. So Marty, before we show them the brushes, why don't you give us a demonstration of the low end by hitting the bass drum. And why don't you give us a demonstration of the high end by hitting those cymbals? You'll notice that the sound is produced when he takes a stick, show him the sticks, and hits either a drum or a cymbal. He also has some brushes that can create some different sounds. Why don't you show him the brushes and give him a little demonstration? So Marty, why don't you give us a demonstration of the whole range of the instrument? Put it all together and you've got a rhythm section. So thank you, Marty and Jamal, for joining me. Thank you at home for joining me here. Tune in next time, and we're going to talk about how each of these instruments function individually to come together to create a jazz band. So we'll see you next time.